What is woke to you? What does woke mean?
Perversion.
Explain that.
To think that a child of 5 or 6 can determine that they want to be a boy because they're a girl, or they're a girl and they want to be a boy, and that the state or wherever they're living has the right to put them through transformation or transition, and the parents don't have a say. Now, that's not legal in all places.
I was going to say that's not happening. That isn't happening. I mean, like no, there are people talking about it, but there's no sort of political movement to make it happen for 5 and 6-year-olds.
Oh, yeah?
The look on their faces when they broke out of the right-wing echo chamber is priceless as much as it is troubling.
What does woke mean to you?
Just the changing of the American language, the words you can say, the words you can't say. I don't see why we need to change the society the way it is. I mean, I'm not a big fan of LGBTQ, I mean, I think they're garnering a lot of attention that is unwarranted. I mean, they're 1% of the population. So why are we reaching out and doing all this for 1% of the population?
I guess because it's 1% of the population.
At some point, this just replays in your head.
We won with poorly educated. I love the poorly educated.
Everybody talks about the word woke. It's hard to define. What does it mean to you?
Indoctrinated.
By whom?
Far left.
Of course, when there are problems, blame people who want free health care and to root money out of politics.
What does woke mean to you?
Woke means, I can't say it on air.
Say it. You can say anything.
It's BS. I mean, I wish people wouldn't look at other people and see them as any kind, it's just like, why are we trying to separate people? It's just kind of, I can't put it into words. She could probably put it into words, but
Okay.
To me, it represents a bunch of people who's gotten bored with just the everyday life, and they're digging into the crevices of darkness, trying to create new things to talk about.
Incorrect.
I realize I'm in the crosshairs of the woke mob.
Use of the word woke. I think Aaron Rodgers needs to realize that when you look in the dictionary, woke is an adjective meaning that you're alert to racial prejudice and discrimination. And it is something that originated in the African American community. And he should, using it in that way is despicable and very dismissive to the origin of the term.
The last person who said this is something new because people are bored is beyond ridiculous. Woke is a more than 75-year-old term that has resurfaced in recent years to symbolize awareness of social injustices, but its frequent use has weakened its origin. For many on this side of the political spectrum, it's simply the same old nonsense. Criticizing woke culture has become a way of claiming victim status for yourself rather than acknowledging that more deserving others hold that status. It has gone from a virtue signal to a dog whistle. The language has been successfully co-opted.
When you say I'm anti-woke, when you talk about wokeness, you're saying I'm anti-black, and I don't want black people to speak up for themselves. I don't want equality and justice for black folks. So I say to those that say wokeness, 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 we're anti-woke. This is not wokeness, what we talked about in here. And you should be on the side of folks who are woke, because we're saying no more oppression against our community.
There are a plethora of examples, from Ron DeSantis using woke as much as he can to plummet in the polls, to Cori Bush putting every single Republican on game, including pro-insurrectionist fascist Lauren Boebert, and even the former President Donald Trump, who attempted to overthrow democracy so he could be installed as a dictator. This is a word that they have used because, as one staffer said previously, it shows that it works well with polling. And this is the word that they use over and over and over again to simply mean anything they don't like. That's all that this is. It has nothing to do with the actual definition. It has to do with a misdirection and the ability to label something this word that irritates them, that pisses them off, that they don't agree with. And I agree with the previous articles when it said it has been successfully co-opted, because it has. However, for it to not be co-opted, Michael Schur of our company, the Young Turks, going into the field and doing these interviews and fact-checking them is important. Because if we allow this to continue happening over and over again, what could possibly be next?